Today, I think I'm gonna just wing it and I'm gonna share it with you no matter whether I love it or not. Oh, and I hope I love it. Welcome to my floor. I've been sitting on this floor for the last hour trying to finalize exactly which direction I'm gonna go with this DIY, and I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna bring you in on the process instead of like filming it like I normally do. So here is where I'm at. I want to transform this linen blazer, which I thrifted for just a few dollars, into something very, very cool. I'm gonna transform it with dye. My first thought was an ombre dyed jacket. I thought maybe I would do something like this. I love the sort of pink into red combo. I think that it's a really fresh color. It's like a super classic color combo, but it's also like very fresh. And when worn with like ripped up jeans and in a more grungy way, I think it would look really, really cool. Then I was just sitting here on the floor, literally like getting ready to start. And I was like, but like, do I love that? Like, do I have to own that? If you guys do want to do ombre, this video is a great resource. I'll link it below. And then I bought all of these really great colors the other day at Michael's. These guys, and this, and I also have all of my other jacquard dyes. What if I paint flowers with dye? Paint with dye instead of dye with dye. I think this is where we've landed. I don't know, but I think this is where we've landed. I have these amazing paint pens. These are from Artistro, and they've got a brush tip, so it's really easy to draw with. I draw the flowers, like almost line drawings of flowers, and then I go in with a paintbrush and I kind of like lightly paint it in. So it looks like a line drawing of flowers all over this jacket with sort of watercolor painted flowers within it. What do you think? I think I might just wing it. Okay, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Okay, let's do this. All right, I was really nervous to start. I was like frozen and I kept kind of like just trying to get the hand feel for it and like pretend to draw. But it was finally time to actually do the drawing. And so I always recommend starting on the back just because sometimes it takes a moment to get really comfortable and you don't want it to be like front and center if you don't love what you did. Now, this is literally, you are just gonna go for it. You just need to be really free when you are doing these drawings. Oddly enough, the messier it is, the better it looks. And so you really need to move kind of fast. I recommend pulling up on Pinterest or really wherever you want floral line drawings to get a sense of some ideas, some shapes that you could do. Then it just becomes about creating some balance in the size and the shape and the location of the flowers so that when all is said and done, you have a jacket that feels really balanced. I started adding them into kind of each and every location. I had a few flowers that I was repeating the aesthetic of because I felt really comfortable with them. The more I did them, then the more creative I got with other ones. I will say that like the stem and some leaves are a really great way to fill in some space. I ended up deciding to add in a couple of butterflies. Like you can do anything you want. You could do any shape, any style you want, but the flowers are really nice because it's kind of a free organic shape. Now here are those RIT dyes that I bought, as well as all of my jacquard powder dyes. Now, when I first did it, I started by mixing dyes in a cup and painting, and that's what the green was. I realized that actually wasn't the right way of going about it. What you want to do is paint the flower where you're going to be painting with water first. Only the flower, get it wet. Then you're gonna take just a tiny bit of dye. Like I literally poured a tiny bit into a cap and you're gonna watercolor with it. So you're gonna add in your dye, then you're gonna dip into your water and you're gonna blend it out. Then you're gonna add more dye in an area you want more saturation, more water where you want it to be more blended. Just the way that you watercolor, you're gonna do that with these dyes. Now, the reason I recommend doing the dyes and not the watercolor is that if you're gonna actually use watercolor, you have to mix in, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a fabric fixative or something. It's like a 3-step process in order to make the watercolor seep into the fabric, be machine washable, not fade, and not be like crusty on the fabric. So by doing dye, it's actually a really amazing hack for creating a watercolor effect that seeps right into the fabric so it's super soft and becomes like one with the fabric. It's pretty awesome. This is such a creatively fulfilling project. I cannot recommend this enough. I had a pretty good start and I was getting ready to do the back and I had these big 2 fat flowers on the back. And so you kind of just want to look at them and decide what colors you're missing, what colors you're still left to do. That way, again, you have some sort of balance. So I ended up doing this one as a pink. And again, the colors when they dry will be a little different. I decided to make this one that looked like a rose, dark, and we're ready for the front. Okay, I'm freaking out because I love the way it's looking, but I think I need to add something to the lapels. And now I'm like, ugh, now I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it. I seriously sat here for an embarrassingly long amount of time because I just felt like I loved the way it was looking so much and I really was scared I was gonna ruin it, but I end up coming up with something that looks great. So the first thing I did is I just started drawing a big oversized flower on one of the lapels. And then I did sort of small, tiny flowers on the other sides to create some balance. Another thing that I did was I took a cup that had a little bit of blue dye in it, like barely any, literally from cleaning my paintbrush. And I started buffing it in while the marker was still wet. And it created this really cool, like pastel, almost reminded me like a newspaper, like that color. Once the front section was done, I decided it needed to be filled in throughout. So now I am taking my pen and I am just drawing a ton of line drawings all over in black. These are not going to get colored in. These are going to stay just the black outline to fill in the space so that the entire jacket feels full and feels like it's covered with flowers, but only the ones that are colored in provide me with like the pops of colors. And this is it. We are done. I'm going to show you how you can wear it. Okay, we've come to the part of the video where I'm going to give you some outfit ideas. I decided to do this instead of shoot outside with my brother. I know so many of you like that, but Ben and I could not connect this week. He is filming. He's a busy man. So anyway, do you want to come say hi? Come say hello. Okay, so we're going to get started with some outfits. If you want to stay in here, you can, but you got to sit on that chair, okay? Oh, ow. I got this little top. This is from Zara. It's kind of like a little corsety top. Normally I would wear a bra, but I just don't feel like it. And these are the jeans that I did in my denim video where I showed how to release the hem. Most of the time I'm wearing this jacket, I am gonna push the sleeves up. And that's just because I find the length of the sleeves to actually be a little awkward. I am just gonna add some heels that will disappear. I know I show you guys these all the time. These are those purse straps that I bought on Amazon. I wear them as like hip chains. I mix colors. I turn them into belts. But even this would be, it's pretty good. I could wear this to date night. I could actually wear this to like a work meeting. I could wear this anytime, at any point. I love it.
I say that boom goes dynamite.
You gotta finish it. Boom, boom goes the dynamite.
Boom, boom goes the dynamite.
A t-shirt will change this. Again, all the same elements, necklace, jacket, jeans, shoes, but just with like a t-shirt. It totally, it totally transforms it and it starts to feel a little more like cool and casual. I thrifted this dress and I did the same thing with the hem. I actually released the hem because it was like about that short, kind of tough for like my everyday life. So I released the hem and now it feels like it's still short, but it's super cute. So I could do it with heels or I could do it with sneakers. These are these like iridescent heels I got a while ago. I wear them so much. I absolutely love them.
I love those too. It's so good. They match perfectly with your skin.
Oh my God, thanks. Looking at it, I would actually recommend, I wouldn't wear it like this because I'm not into this trend, but I do think it would actually look really cute, is you do more of the cape situation. So you just actually let it drape over your shoulders. This is like a fashion person thing to do, but this is one option, is you wear it just like this. I would not do this black belt with this, but I just have it in here, so let's just kind of show. So you can see belting it is gonna bring in a lot of other options and ways to wear it. This is probably not the belt I would do with this dress, but it still kind of works. Black shoes I would most likely do to tie it in. Fun. I just put on a little slip skirt and I'm actually gonna wear it buttoned closed. This is a belt that I made. I added some pearls to just a regular belt. Now, I need to take this necklace off. The very cool thing with a jacket like this is that when you do a belt, this is like really tight. Like I corseted it super tight. The fun thing about it though is it almost creates like a peplum. So it creates a very, very cool shape. I mean, it's really fun and lots of options.
Oh, it looks cool in the back, like without color.
Yeah, right? Because you can see all the colors through it. The tones aren't exactly right, but this is just like an oversized silk shirt with the silk skirt with the jacket over it, and just kind of leave it open and let these little details of the sleeve pop out. It's just like a really nice, my husband's coming.
What you doing, Blakester? I'm gonna put the heater on the pool, okay?
Okay.
So again, color isn't exactly right. This is a little bit more of like a creamy yellow tone, and these pants are white. You keep the silk shirt, but you do it with a pair of like casual linen pants. This is great for the summer. Just tie it in a knot. Take the shirt, wear it with some casual pants. Again, blazer jacket over it. It's kind of working with everything. I am not gonna lie. I'm super stoked. Same pants. This time I put on like a little knitted, crop top. I mean, I'm ready for like a yacht day. You can't argue with that. This is a real like summer moment right here. Another thing that's really great about the colors that you do is that it's gonna allow you to tie in a lot of other colors. So like this hat is gonna work with these tones. I could do blues and greens and yellows. Really any color is gonna kind of make sense because it exists somewhere within your jacket, which is, just a really cool vibe. Next option. So I've got just simple high-waisted jeans that I'll wear with sneakers usually, like flats. And this second layer, again, helps with the length because I'm a little weird about the length. So it gives me visually where I want my sleeves. It gives a pop of color. But again, it's that really light pale color that blends in. Oh, still me out. Okay, that's okay. While we've got these jeans on, I just want to show you how the look can transform depending on the shirt that you wear. So if you want to do, this is like a forever old Adidas shirt that I found and thrifted back when I lived in New York. It works. Again, I think it's because the colors are faded that it sort of ties in, but like this is cute and I could wear a fun necklace here and some big chunky sneakers. I actually probably would wear these. I am obsessed with these. I'll link them below. I got them on Amazon. They are Sam Edelman, like circus or something like that. I've got them in black and in this color, and I just wear them with everything. Little subtle graphic. Boom. You know what I would do? I would wear this out with a bunch of long, skinny necklaces so that all of the proportions are even. I would, like the length of the shirt is the same as the length of the jacket. Some really good long necklaces. I just want to show you an option that is probably something different than anything that you would think, which is wearing like big, comfy, slouchy, oversized, almost masculine things with a floral jacket like this. I would probably actually swap this for something lighter tone, maybe like a heather gray, but I just like the shape of this. But it's cool when the hood comes out the back and the big bulky size. These are like army surplus cargo pants that I bought that I love and I wear all the time. But it's sort of just an unexpected look, and I actually think it really works, and I think it would work even more, again, if the color of this sweatshirt was a little bit lighter. Do it to the side, and just a little swoop-de-doop.
Swoop-de-doop, I love you.
I love you. The belt could go underneath like this, where this is kind of, you've got this sort of vibe, which is really nice and kind of chic and elegante. Or we could do the belt on the outside of the jacket. So you could belt it on the outside or belt it on the inside. And again, some of these things are going to depend on the actual jacket that you have, the fabric, the length, all of that stuff. My assistant is putting my clothes away. Thank you, assistant. All right, you guys, that's it. I gotta say, I am way, way more into the jacket than I thought I would be. Now that I've actually done this and I've shown all the ways to wear it, I'm realizing what an awesomely versatile piece it is, and the fact that it is a one-of-a-kind, handmade, hand-painted piece is so, so cool. If you are not super artistic, can I recommend find a friend who you think is and ask them to just draw the flowers all over it. Then you can go in and decide which ones to paint. Coloring in the lines is easy. You know that. I came up with a whole coloring merch line just for that. So it's super easy. So rely and ask some favors from some creative people in your life. Ask them to draw all over it, and then you get to go in and just pop in the color. It really is a fun and very special piece, and something I think that you'll want to keep forever. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I hope that you guys loved this video, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Comment down below, let me know what you thought, and make sure you have that bell clicked so that you get a notification when my video goes live. Yeah. And happy Easter! Happy Easter. I hope you all have a beautiful day with your family.